Let's check out day number 11.
11.
Could you please repeat that?
11.
11.
11.
Could you please repeat that?
11, right here next to the American flag, right above this little present. Let's see what we have. Looks like we're changing the pattern up, a couple reds in a row. This looks amazing, and I'm not familiar with it, so let's find out about it together. So, the pattern switched. Totally threw me off. To be fair, I've not done many wine advent calendars, but the ones I've done before have always alternated with a pretty specific pattern of reds to whites. This one completely threw off the pattern and had another red. You know what? I'm excited. Keeps you on your toes. So this one here, I'd never heard of. It's a Black Duck Durif, pardon me. Black Duck Durif by the Sam Trimboli Winery from New South Wales, Australia. This is the 2020. And it's actually, I had to do a bit of research. This is a Petite Syrah. If you've never heard of a Petite Syrah, it's probably one of the worst named grapes used in the wine because Petite makes it sound like it's going to be a very weak or small wine. It's completely the opposite. If you have a Syrah, which is a different type of wine, it's a little bit lighter. A Petite Syrah is very bold, and they're not even the same grape.
You are a bold one.
I know. Take notes. So anyway, let's give this one a shot. I have no idea where the black duck came from, but this is absolutely meant to be a pretty strong wine. I almost forgot to aerate. My apologies. So I'll mix the non-aerated with the aerated, see if that makes a difference. I know this is exciting to watch. There he is, pouring wine again. I get excited for it. Thank you for humoring me as I pour some wine. Okay. I did read a couple reviews on this while I swirl. I read a couple reviews. My favorite one just said, inoffensive.
I'm offended.
If your friends aren't sure about red wine, give them this one. They'll be sure that they like it after that. It's difficult not to like this wine. So just think about that. This wine is inoffensive.
I'm offended too.
I'm gonna find out what that means in just one moment here. Not a lot of aromas coming off it, actually. Try that again. Swirl, swirl, swirl.
I like the swirl. I'm comfortable with the swirl.
Let's try this again. I can definitely see what they're talking about. There's a lot of flavors there, but it doesn't hit you until the end. The first taste, the first sip, very light. And then it kind of hits you a couple seconds later with the tannins. Remember what those are. And there's a lot of bold flavors on the back end, which that means you take a sip, feels kind of light, and there's a slight delayed onset of the flavors hitting the back of my tongue. Let's try this again. It is definitely not offensive. It's inoffensive. It's not defensive either. It's very good. I see the point. I see that it is very drinkable for people who aren't sure about red wine, but I would also definitely pair this up with something else. This tastes like I want to have even just a little cracker or something.
Cracker?
A little bite of pretzel, peanuts, whatever you want in between to kind of clear your palate so you can get the flavors again. That's a really good idea when you're sipping on wine anyway, to have a little cracker or whatever in between so that you can enjoy every sip as a fresh new taste. That's a really good idea if you're going in between wines, like at a wine tasting event, or you're at a party and they are offering multiple wines and you want to try a few of them. So have something to eat that will cleanse your palate, if you will, just to wipe the slate clean so you can have a fresh easel for the next set of flavors. Petite Syrah. Australian wines are very good, and I'm glad I've found this one and discovered it. And I'm really glad I was able to share it with you. And it's a fun name too, Black Duck. Go for it. Serve some black duck with some duck, if you like, or whatever you like, because there's no food shaming and there's no wine shaming. Cheers, everyone.